Okay, so hopefully all of you are in a good mood, in a good motivation, and so on. All right. Some of you are fasting. Okay, very good. All right. And some of you have eat laksa Penang already for breakfast. Okay. So apa-apa pun you have to have your breakfast. Breakfast is very important. Out of our all meals, breakfast is the most important. Even you're fasting, you have to get sahur, right? So that is considered your breakfast. Okay. So without further ado, let's start our lecture for today, which is on energy. We're going to continue on our energy because we have not yet finished energy last week. All right. So in order to get everyone to join the Jamboard, I have divided you into 5 groups. All right. So each of you can join in those 5 groups. Choose the groups that you are belong to based on the list name. All right. Is it clear? All right. Let me share my screen. Okay, class. What have you learned in the previous lecture? You have learned about the energy in and energy out. So for energy in, it comes from food, either food or either from beverage. Sama ada kita daripada makanan-makanan kita dan minuman-minuman. Alright, so itu adalah energy in. That's the energy input in our body. So bila kita dah makan, the food that we consume needs to go out jugalah sebab kita akan guna tenaga yang kita makan to produce energy for us to do our daily working activities lah. So energy in comes from food and beverages, right? So energy out, dia datang daripada apa kelas? It consists of apa? It consists of 3 things here. Okay, kita recap sikit. It consists of 3 components, which is the first is physical activity, and then BMR. What BMR stands for? Basal metabolic rate, right? And then the third component, which is not really crucial lah, tapi it can be considered in our energy output as well, which is the thermic effect food. Again, what is thermic effect food? Thermic effect food is the energy needed to digest the food we consume. All right. So once we have our energy in, we need to get the energy out. All right. If we consume the energy in and the energy does not go out, what would happen to the energy? It will accumulate in our body. All right. So we will discuss that later. So energy in dengan energy out. Each of energy in and each of energy out, it has its own formula. Alright, we have learned this in our previous lecture, how to calculate energy in, alright, and how to calculate energy out. Alright, so for energy in, this is the formula. You don't have to remember the formula as long as you know what to plug in the formula. Alright, make sure the unit is correct when you plug in the age, weight, and height. You need to make sure for weight it is in kilogram, for height it is in meter. Alright. And for energy out, the formula is total energy expenditure. Okay, is equal by BMR times by physical activity level. Alright. So alright. So once we know energy in, we have done the calculation of energy in, we have done the calculation of energy out, and then we want to know how much contribution of energy in comes from carbohydrate, comes from protein and fat. So for carbohydrate, it needs to contribute about 50% of our daily energy intake from carbohydrate. So 50% must come from carbohydrate. 20% must come from protein, and another 30% must come from fat. Okay. All right. Okay. So for energy out just now, we have the formula: total energy expenditure is equal by BMR times by physical activity level, right? So for BMR itself, it has three formula, which is the first one is body weight method. The second one is Harris-Benedict equation. And the third one is FAO or WHO equation. All right. So for BMR, the formula is, because some of you have not get it so clear, let me type the formula for you for BMR. Okay, let me erase this first. Or I use sticky notes. So for BMR for women, BMR for women is 0.9 times by the weight times by 24 hours, right? Okay, while for the man is 1 times by weight times by 24 hours. Okay, is it clear until this point? Okay, class. So once you get the BMR is the basic energy required for you to do daily activities, which is just sitting. All right. Then once you get the BMR, you times by physical activity level. This one you can refer to the table. If you are doing sedentary activity, it's just times by 1.2. And as you increase the physical activity level, the level of the physical activity will multiply. It will increase the 1.2. For example, if you get moderate active, it will increase by 1.4, and this goes on. Okay. And then we have to learn on what factors that affect BMR, right? You have mentioned all the factors that have affect BMR. And then you have calculate your BMI. Make sure you already know how to calculate the BMI, and also you know in which category those BMI calculated belongs to. So you have to remember underweight, the classification of underweight, which berapa, obesity berapa, overweight berapa, healthy weight berapa. Alright, class? Okay, now this is our topic for today. Okay, class? So based on your readings, what is considered as healthy body weight? Okay, class, please put your answers. I would like to know, how do you consider a person have healthy body weight? Please, class. Guys, you can put your answers in the Jamboard here. Are you with me?
Yes,
so,
doctor.
All right. So just put the answer there. What do you know? Ataupun apa yang you tahu, yang you rasa benda tu considered as a healthy body weight. How do you want to indicate that someone has a healthy body weight? Based on what? Based on his or her appearance ke? Based on apa you nak kata orang tu ada healthy body weight? Okay, each of you have your own Jamboard. You can put down your answers there. Ada tak yang masih tak dapat join? Okay, some answers are coming in. Alright. So BMI lagi apa lagi kelas selain BMI? How do we measure or how do we perceive that someone has a healthy body weight? Okay, just put your answers here. Ada tak yang dapat jawapan lain daripada yang lain? Okay, lagi ada tak jawapan yang lain sikit? Who can come out of the box? Alright, yes. Body fat percentage, bagus. Lagi? Not have disease, alright. Yes, their height is suitable with height. Body composition, yes, very good. Alright, okay. Thank you very much guys for the answers here. Alright, someone is erasing. Welcome, ideal weight, normal. Alright, thank you very much class. So you have give your answers here. So yes, first of all, the most answered response was BMI. Yes, we can indicate someone is having a healthy body weight is based on BMI. All right, but we also can look, or we can see whether they have healthy body weight based on body fat percentage as well. Kita boleh tengok berdasarkan lemak dalam badan dia juga, body fat percentage. Kita boleh tengok berdasarkan waist circumference dia. Okay, berdasarkan ukuran lilitan pinggang. Dan kita juga boleh tengok berdasarkan apa dia kelas lagi? Berdasarkan waist hip ratio, WHR. Okay, let me jot down the answers here. First, we can see through BMI, which is body mass index, whether the height, whether the weight is equal with the height, and then we can see through the body fat percentage. Right? Some of you studied about body fat percentage, good. Right? And then the third one, we can see through waist circumference, ukuran lilitan pinggang, waist circumference. Okay, semua ni you boleh buat dekat rumah, alright? And yang keempat, kita boleh tengok berdasarkan waist hip ratio, ukuran lilitan pinggul, waist hip ratio. Okay, yang kelima, ada lagi tak kelas?
Doktor, line doktor macam tersekat-sekat doktor. Jadi tak clear bila doktor explain.
Oh ya ke? Okay, sekarang okey tak?
Sekarang okey, masa doktor present yang tadi tu macam tak clear sangat sebab tersekat-sekat, tak faham mana.
Alright, nanti saya ulang balik sekali.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
doktor.
Alright, thank you very much for informing me. Alright, so saya ulang balik. So, apakah yang kita consider sebagai healthy body weight? How do we know that someone has a healthy body weight? First, we can look through their BMI. Okay, BMI kita tahu macam mana nak kira. And then second, kita boleh tengok berdasarkan body fat percentage. Kita tengok berdasarkan ukuran lemak dalam badan. Okay, Nak tengok ukuran lemak dalam badan, kita boleh pakai penimbang, kita panggil bioelectrical impedance. Okay, kita apa nanti saya akan tunjuk dia punya alat. Okay, yang ketiga kita boleh berdasarkan waist circumference, ukuran lilitan pinggang. Kita ukur pinggang kita. Okay, macam biasa kita nak buat baju kan, kita ukur pinggang kita. So sama juga teknik dia, kita ukur pinggang kita, nak tengok whether our pinggang ni dalam range yang sepatutnya ke ataupun dah melebihi range dia. Alright. Yang ketiga, kita boleh tengok berdasarkan waist hip ratio, iaitu nisbah lilitan pinggul kita. Okey. Yang kelima, kelas, ada lagi tak yang kita boleh ukur body weight kita, nak consider itu sebagai healthy body weight? Apa lagi agak-agaknya? Kita juga ada skin fold measurement. Okay. Skin fold measurement ni kita pakai caliper, kita cubit kita punya lemak ni. Kalau kita cubit daging kita cubit our fat to measure how much fat do we have in our tangan-tangan ni. Alright, that is what called skin fold measurement. Macam Dr. Khairul Shazmin, dia ada certificate in conducting skin fold measurement because she's doing research on body somatotype. Alright, so body somatotype is involved with skin fold measurement. So she knows how to conduct the accurate skin fold measurement. Alright. So I can rest a lot more, but this is the thing that we normally can do in dekat rumah kita lah. Alright, sampai level 4 ni. Alright. Is it clear at this point, class? Sangkut lagi ke? Sangkut lagi ke kelas?
Tak, doktor.
Tak okey dah
Okey, ke?
Alright. So if sangkut-sangkut bagi tahu Alright. So this is the indicator to perceive whether someone is having a healthy body weight ataupun tak. Right? But there's a lot more, tapi ini antara yang most common and dia adalah inexpensive dan tidak mahal. Okay. So seterusnya, alright. So body fat tadi, kita nak tengok. Okay, so sekarang you all ingat tak ukuran lilitan pinggang masing-masing?
Ingat.
Ingat? Oh, okay, bagus. Alright. Okay, tak perlu tulis kat sini. Okay, sendiri-sendiri je. Cuma saya nak tunjuk. Mana nota saya? Okay, kelas. So lilitan pinggang, siapa, okay, kalau you all yang lebih daripada, kalau ada sesiapa yang melebihi 88 cm untuk woman ataupun more than 35 inches, it is considered having high risk. Okay, high risk towards diet related disease. Okay, this is kita nak waist circumference reflect the degree of visceral fatness in proportion to body fatness. Okay, dia nak tengok berapa visceral fat dalam badan kita. Okay, so if we have our waist circumference more than 88 cm, okay, it is considered a high risk. Okay, kita boleh measure visceral fat kita dekat sini. Kalau for boys, kalau you have more than 102 cm, you are considered a high risk for men, which is more than 40 inches. Alright, so you have to remember this indicator. Okay, class? Lebih pada 80 cm, consider high risk. Lebih pada 102, consider high risk for men. Okay? Terus masuk dalam kepala, remember those indicator. Ingat tak? Ingat? Okay, selain itu, how can you measure fat adalah berdasarkan fat fold measures ataupun hydrodensitometry, bioelectrical impedance dan macam-macam lagi. Kita dalam in UMT kita ada makmal pemakanan manusia. Okay, kita ada apa? Human Nutrition Laboratory. So dekat situ ada fat fold measures which is the skin caliper. Dan kita juga ada bioelectrical impedance. Okay, once you boleh masuk dalam UMT, you boleh singgah dekat pemakanan manusia. Okay, dekat situ you boleh ukur lemak you dekat situ. Lemak percentage you. Okay. Ataupun you memang ada kat rumah dah alat tersebut. Ada certain orang ada dah alat tu dekat rumah. Mana alat tu tak ada pula kat sini. Okay, yang ni yang skin fold measurement saya kata. Yang ni Dr. Kari Shazmin ada certificate dalam in conducting the skin fold measurement. Okay. So this is the hydrodensitometry. Okay, macam-macam lah alat yang ada ni semua canggih-canggih. So yang kita punya dekat UMT yang kita pakai weighing scale tu, and then you pegang macam bawa motor sikit tu, and then it can calculate the body fat percentage dalam badan kita. Right, class? Okay, so tadi adalah apa tadi? Waist circumference, betul? Kalau lebih daripada 88 cm bagi perempuan ada high risk. Kalau lebih daripada 102 cm bagi lelaki ada high risk. So untuk body fat pula, kalau you boleh timbang pakai bioelectrical impedance tadi, you akan dapat percentage of body fat you. So kalau normal weight untuk lelaki adalah berapa? Sekejap. Okay, untuk lelaki adalah percentage yang normal dalam 13% hingga 20% lemak dalam badan. Okay, itu peratus lemak yang normal. Kalau dalam lelaki, peratus lemak dia lebih daripada 22% ataupun 25% sekiranya berumur 40 tahun ke atas, he is considered as overfat. While for female, if the fat is around 23% to 31%, itu kita panggil sebagai it has a normal weight ataupun body fat yang normal. But if you have more than 32% or 35%, if you consider if you are over 40 years, you are considered as overfat. Right? So you have to remember ni jugalah, okay kelas. Kalau lelaki, kalau 13 hingga 21% normal. Kalau perempuan 23% hingga 31% normal. Sebab apa perempuan agak-agaknya peratus lemak dia untuk overfat lebih tinggi daripada lelaki. Why do you think so, class? Kenapa tak equal je male dengan female? Kalau lebih daripada berdua, consider dua-dua overfat. Cuma female ni sekiranya lebih daripada 32% baru consider overfat. Why do you think so, class? You can jot down the answer in the chat box. Yes, you kena ingat sentimeter dengan inches sekali. Okay, kelas, kenapa you rasa cut off point untuk lemak perempuan lebih tinggi sedikit daripada lelaki? Dia start dengan 32% baru consider overfat. Why do you think so? Sebab researcher yang buat ni perempuan ke? Macam mana? You can jot down the answers. Okay, very good. Okay, estrogen reduce woman ability to burn energy after eating. Female burns lesser fat than male. Alright. Woman, yes. Yes. Alright, semua dapat jawapan, semua bagi jawapan betul sebenarnya, right? So basically sebab perempuan dia punya simpanan lemak lagi banyak because we have in our breast, in our because of our factor of body shape also, we are more prone towards the pear body shape. Lepas tu because of the BMR pun sama. So there's a lot of things that influence the cut off points for fat percentage. Sebab kita memang perempuan memang banyak lemak, alright? So that is why female once dia more than 32% baru consider over fat. Kalau lelaki less than dia beza 10% sahaja, okay? So lelaki kalau 22% dia over fat, alright? Lelaki sebelum kahwin biasanya kurus-kurus, tapi lepas kahwin baru start mengembang badan, okay? Alright? Ya ke saya ni? Hipotesis sahaja. Alright, so then kat mana tadi kita? Skin fold measurement. Skin fold measurement ni kita ukur, kita cubit-cubit kita punya lemak tu. Kita pakai caliper nak tengok berapa banyak lemak. So yang tu jangan risau sebab dalam tahun 2 nanti you ada subjek pemakanan dan kesihatan. You will learn how to do the skin fold measurement. You will measure your body fat. You will measure your blood glucose. You will measure your kolesterol. Macam-macam lah you akan buat dalam tahun 2 nanti. So don't worry much. For this year 1 you belajar teori dulu. So for the second year you akan buat the lab practical. Okay, you akan cubitlah lemak kawan-kawan you dan sebagainya. Hopefully there's no more COVID and you can do the lab macam sebelum ni lah. Alright. Okay, now class. So can you jot down your answer? Apa yang tahu tentang visceral fat and apa yang you tahu tentang subcutaneous fat? Apa beza antara dua ni? Okay, you can look you can refer to your notes as well. Okay, I hope that everyone can collaborate and put your answers here. Once you baca and then you tulis jawapan, you akan lebih ingat. Alright, please do so. So can you jot down your answer? What do you understand by visceral fat? What do you understand by subcutaneous fat? So once you put your answers, you akan remember more. I give you about 5 minutes. Ke lama sangat, about 3 minutes lah. Okay, please all jot down your answer Walaupun jawapan you sama dengan jawapan kawan tu tak ada masalah. Just put down your answers there. Okay, once you put down your answers, okay, dia punya ingat tu lain macam. You akan ingat banyak, lebih akan ingat lah. Okay, how are you doing right now? Average 2 big plus 10 to get it. Alright, someone is drawing the pair body shape. Thank you very much. Smaller waist, low body fat, fat collect at low body part, right? So another few seconds left. All right. Sorry. All right. Dua orang jawab have a flat tummy. It's not really having a flat tummy. Okay, kelas tak apa nanti I terangkan. Alright, done. Okay, thank you very much for your answers. So, once you have, oh, dia siap lukis apple pula. Semangat ya kelas. But this, alright. Tak apa, skill lukisan kita hargai. Okay, thank you very much. So, okay, let us see what is really the visceral fat and subcutaneous fat. So, visceral fat ni adalah lemak yang tertumpu daripada sekeliling pinggang kita, daripada pinggang start ke atas. Manakala subcutaneous fat ni adalah daripada pinggang ke bawah kita. Alright. So, visceral fat dia lebih prone kepada lelaki. Manakala subcutaneous fat lebih kepada perempuan. Kalau kita biasa tengok perempuan kan lemak dia lebih banyak pada hips kan. While lelaki lemak dia biasa banyak terkumpul di bahagian perut dan ke atas lah. Bahagian di mana banyak organ-organ penting dekat situ. While for subcutaneous fat adalah lemak yang berada di sepanjang bawah kulit kita. Alright. So let us see the notes here. Okay, this is what visceral fat looks like. Alright. Make sure you faham betul-betul perbezaan ni. So this is the visceral fat. Okay, kita tengok visceral fat adalah yang berkumpul di sekeliling organ-organ penting kita. We do need some visceral fat tapi tak boleh banyak sangat. If we have terlalu banyak visceral fat, dia akan increase the risk of death from all causes. Okay, berbanding dengan lemak-lemak di tempat yang lain. Sebab visceral fat, dia punya fat tu readily release into the blood, senang nak masuk dalam darah compared to the subcutaneous fat. Sebab lemak subcutaneous, lemak yang berada di bawah kulit kita, dia punya fat release tu perlahan daripada visceral fat. Alright, so once the fat release is high, it will increase the risk of death. Alright, so visceral fat ni adalah lemak yang berbahaya berbanding dengan subcutaneous fat. Okay, so men unfortunately adalah lebih prone kepada central obesity. Right? So how do we want to measure visceral fat class? So one of the method is through waist circumference tadi, berdasarkan ukuran lilitan pinggang. So semakin perut kita ke depan, kita boleh predict bahawa visceral fat kita akan semakin tinggi. So you can always monitor your visceral fat through the waist circumference punya measurement. Kalau perempuan tadi lebih daripada 80 cm, kalau lelaki lebih daripada 102 cm. Alright. So this is the visceral fat dalam this is the healthy weight. Some fat is stored around the organs of the abdomen. Kalau macam ni terlalu banyak fat yang accumulate dekat organ penting. Right? Alright class, is it clear?
Yes, doctor.
Alright. Right. So male akan ada lebih prone pada visceral fat versus subcutaneous fat lebih kepada female. Okay. So now we look at the mystery of obesity. Why do you think so that obesity increase? Why do you think so that obesity can happen, can occur? Sebab apa kelas? Can you jot down the answer? Rasa-rasa you, kenapa obesity happen? Oh, siap ada gambar. Very good. Okay, now let's proceed to our next part. I appreciate sangat you punya lukisan. Very good. Alright, class. The effort is appreciated. Alright. So now, can you tell me why does obesity happen? What do you mean by follow the trend? You mean the trend now is towards the trend of obesity? Okay, class. Can someone ask? Can you put some notes there? What do you mean by the trend? One try new variations of food. All right. Craving, right? Or drink too much boba tea. Okay, class. All right. Thank you very much for the answers given. All right. So, what is the mystery of obesity? All right. So, yes, the most I think this is oh, siap ada gambar. Thank you very much. All right. Ni antara contoh jawapan yang I think this is merangkumi apa yang saya nak lah. Consuming more calorie rather than buang kalori. Alright. Dan juga yang ni which is eating too much and moving too little. Even though you macam you ada yang cakap makan banyak, but if you makan banyak but you buang banyak juga, then it's considered balance. But if it happens to be you makan banyak but moving too little, then it will make the energy is not balanced. Alright. Okay, macam ni juga eating too much and moving too little. Okay, sama juga jawapan tadi. Alright. Okay, very good. Thank you very much. So let us see. One of the factor class is because of you eating too much, but you are not using the energy that you have eat. Alright. For example, what happened is so if you consume 3,000 calorie class and you also use 3,000 calorie for the energy out, that is considered as a balanced one. But if you, let's say you consume 4,000 calorie but you just use 2,000 calorie, then it would increase in body weight. Okay, sebab tenaga, sebab you makan sebanyak 4,000 kalori tapi you guna 2,000 kalori sahaja. So the rest of the calorie, where does it go? It will accumulate in your fat. So dia akan berkumpul dalam lemak-lemak you. Dia akan berkumpul sebagai lemak di dalam badan you. Alright? So what happens? So sekiranya saya tak nampak ini. Okay, sekiranya macam mana hilangkan benda ni? Okay, sekiranya you makan 2,000 kalori tapi you guna lebih banyak kalori daripada yang you makan. For example kat sini saya tak nampak berapa. For example diguna 4,000 kalori, you consume 2,000 kalori and then you makan 4,000 kan, tak nampak. So what will happen? You will decrease in body weight. Okay, so the idealistic is that you consume as much as you will use it as the energy output. Alright, so jawapan ni mestilah you eat and then you use it. Alright, to get the energy balance. Right, so that is follow the trend mukbang. Tak payah nak mukbang sangat at last. Takut dia akan efek, dia akan bahaya. Nanti saya akan ceritakan pasal hyperplastic yang hypertrophic. Hypertrophic, alright? Alright, itu satu. Satu adalah disebabkan unbalanced energy intake. Okay, unbalance of energy intake and energy output. Itu satu. Yang kedua, genetik. Genetik pun memainkan peranan juga to contribute to obesity. Alright. So and then it also macam ada yang sebut hormon. So kadang-kadang ada hormon tu dia tak berfungsi. Contohnya kalau you tengok dalam recorded note saya, kita ada sentuh pasal hormon ghrelin. Okay. Hormon ghrelin tu apa fungsi dia kelas? Hormon ghrelin tu dia akan berfungsi bila perut kita lapar. Bila perut kita lapar, it will macam dia akan apa panggil contract. Our stomach will contract and the hormone ghrelin tu akan release. Once hormone ghrelin tu akan release, dia akan hantar signal kepada kita punya hypothalamus kata kita lapar, and then we will consume. Okay, hormone ghrelin ni masa kita lapar. Tapi once kita kenyang, hormon leptin ni akan dikeluarkan oleh fat kita. Hormon leptin ni akan suppress kita punya appetite. Alright, so hormon leptin ni ada banyak lagi hormon lah, hormon PPY dan banyak-banyak lagi. Tapi yang most common hormon yang terlibat dalam kita punya pengambilan makanan ada dua lah, hormon ghrelin dan hormon leptin. Okay class, do you get it? Let me type for you. Ada hormon ghrelin. Hormon ghrelin ni bila kita lapar, bila kita lapar, perut kita akan contract. So once perut kita contract, dia akan release hormon ghrelin. Hormon ghrelin ni akan hantar signal kepada hypothalamus kita, kepada otak kita supaya kita makan. Alright, sebab tu bila perut kita berbunyi-bunyi tu maksudnya stomach kita sedang contract lah, and then some of the hormones are working together and bagi tahu kita lapar, so we will eat. Alright, manakala hormon leptin ni dia akan diriliskan oleh fat. Sebab fat kata dah banyak makanan ni, dah banyak makan, so fat pun releasekan hormon leptin. So once hormon leptin dah diriliskan, dia akan suppress kita punya appetite. Tapi masalahnya kadang-kadang hormon leptin dah keluar banyak, kita makan juga, alright? So that is the dysfunction of hormon leptin. Okay, so that is genetic. Alright, kemudian kita juga ada di hypoplastic obesity and hypertrophic obesity. Okay class, let's go to the So hyperplastic obesity, kat mana saya ada buat notes pasal ni? Oh, hilang dah. Okay, class. Boleh tak you jot down in the chat box here, do you know what does it mean by hyperplastic obesity and hypertrophic obesity? Can you just jot down what do you know by hyperplastic obesity and hypertrophic obesity in the chat box? Sementara saya pergi minum air sekejap Can you do that please for me?
Boleh, Doktor.
Alright, thank you. Saya pergi minum air jap. Okay, class, where's your answer? Just put down any answers. All right. You can just search on the Google ataupun tengok nota. The size. Okay guys, are you with me right now? Or are you having difficulty in searching the definition of hyperplastic and hypertrophic obesity? Just let me know what are you facing. What are difficulties that you are facing right now?
We write in chat, Doktor.
Pardon? Mirror in chat?
Dekat chat.
Oh, saya tak tekan bawah. Okay, sorry. Alright, sorry kadang-kadang teknologi ni buat kita lupa yang kita kena scroll. Alright class, so semua betul ni, alright? Give a big pat to yourself, alright? So this is the definition macam you bagi tahu tadi. Hyperplastic is the number of fat cells, while hypertrophic is the size of the fat cells, alright? So that is where we are going to here for this slide. Okay, fat cells ni, sel-sel lemak dalam badan kita ni, okay, dia it is capable of increasing their size by 20-fold. They increase 20 kali ganda and their number by several thousand-fold. Okay, so what happened semasa semasa pembesaran you, fat cells increase in number. Okay, semasa you sedang membesar, the fat cells ni akan increase in number. So when the fat cells increase in number, we are referring to apa kelas? Hypertrophic or hyperplastic? During the growth, fat cells increase in number. Can you just jot down here? Increase in number is referring to hyperplastic or hypertrophic. You can put the answers down here. Oh, tak semua ada. Okay, just jot siapa semua. Okay. Yes. So, semasa berlaku proses pembesaran, okay, fat cells ni akan increase in number. So, once your energy intake, once masa pembesaran you, the energy intake tu melebihi you punya energy expenditure, which means energy in lebih banyak daripada energy out, what happen is fat cells increase in size. Okay, so sekiranya berlaku pengambilan makanan tersebut, nah hyper ni apa? Dia ada hyper je kelas. Bawahnya. Alright, okay, thank you very much. So yes, okay, let me repeat again. So semasa proses pembesaran you, masa you kanak-kanak, what happen is fat cells ni akan increase in number, which is the hyperplastic, alright? So sekiranya energy intake you ketika itu melebihi energy output, so apa akan berlaku? The fat cells increase in size. Fat cells yang sedia ada tu dia akan mengembang, dia akan increase in size. Tetapi sekiranya sekiranya fat cells sudah increase in size, tetapi masih juga you makan lebih banyak daripada energy output, so fat cells itu akan increase in number again, which is the hyperplastic. Okay, so this is the hyperplastic here. Fat cells increase in size ni apa kelas? For this part. Kalau increase in size, panggil apa? Can someone put the answers down here? Okay, hypertrophic, yes. Hilang pula. It's not hypertonic class, it's hypertrophic. It's hypertrophic, Sebab tu saya suruh you tulis. Bila you tulis, you akan ingat ejaan, you akan ingat sebutan dia. That's the importance of jotting down the answer. Okay. So hypertrophic is here. Okay. Ni kosong ni apa? Alright. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, that's okay. So saya ulang lagi sekali. So semasa proses pembesaran, okay, semasa proses you membesar, okay, semasa you kanak-kanak, the fat cells increase in number. Fat cells mula-mula akan increase in number, which is the hyperplastic phase. Kemudian after the fat cells increase in number, and then you pula energy intake you sentiasa melebihi energy expenditure. So what happens here is that the fat cells akan increase in size, okay? So fat cells ni akan increase in size. Ini terpanggil sebagai hypertrophic. So once the fat cells already increase in size, then we still have the energy intake more than energy expenditure. Okay, so kita fat cells tak boleh tak boleh capable nak increase in size. What happens is the fat cells increase in numbers again. Alright. So kita pun makin banyak fat cells dalam badan kita. So after kita dah ada kesedaran bila kita besar, what would happen bila kita dah besar, kita ada kesedaran, kita nak diet lah contohnya. So kita diet, once kita diet, fat loss, okay? Fat loss tu maksudnya the fat cells decrease in size, but the number of fat cells remain, okay? So even though kita dah mengalami kehilangan lemak, tetapi kehilangan lemak tu bermaksud adalah saiz lemak tu semakin mengecil, tetapi bilangan fat cells tu masih sama. Sebab tu ada teori mengatakan sekiranya kanak-kanak tu masa kecil dia dah memang berlebihan berat badan, chances dia bila dia dah besar, bila dia dah diet untuk kembali berlebihan berat badan tu lebih senang berbanding siapa yang masa kecil dia tidak berlebihan berat badan, tiba-tiba masa dewasa dia dah tiba-tiba dia jadi berlebihan berat badan dan dia diet, chances dia untuk gain weight tu lagi kurang berbanding orang yang masa kecil dia berlebihan berat badan. Is it crystal clear, class? Tak faham? Okay, tak apa, saya ulang lagi sekali. Okay, ini ada teori. Okay, teori ini ada hipotesis. Siapa yang kita, sebab tu masa kecil kita tak boleh biarkan, esok you ada anak, you tak boleh biarkan anak-anak you berlebihan berat badan. Sebab apa? Bila anak-anak you berlebihan berat badan, the number of fat cells to remain. Bila number of fat cells to remain, dia akan ada higher chances untuk macam mana saya nak put it down Okay, saya mulakan daripada awal balik semula Okay, semasa proses pembesaran, fat cells increase in number. Alright, which is, we call this is hyperplastic. So once semasa kita kanak-kanak, our energy intake is more than energy expenditure kita. Energy intake kita is more than energy output kita. So what will happen kalau sekiranya energy makanan yang kita makan tu lagi banyak daripada tenaga yang kita gunakan, apa akan berlaku? By right, kita punya fat cells tu akan increase in size. Saiz lemak kita tu akan mengembang sebab nak menampung lemak-lemak yang accumulate dalam badan kita. Okay, sebab lemak-lemak ni dia akan tersimpan dalam fat cells. Okay, so lemak-lemak yang tersimpan dalam fat cells ni dia akan mengembang sebab untuk tampung lemak-lemak yang berkumpul di dalam badan kita. Alright, so once dah berlaku increase in size, which is the hypertrophic, Dan kita makan lagi, energy intake kita melebihi energy yang kita gunakan. So saiz dah mengembang dah. So what will happen? Kita akan berlaku hyperplastic again, which is there is increase in number of fat cells. Okay, faham tak dekat situ? Alright, so sekarang ni dah masuk bila you dah besar, contohnya bila you dah besar, okay, kalau fasa ini maksudnya kita dah berlebihan berat badan lah sebab increase in number of fat cells. So bila kita besar, kita ada rasa nak diet, nak turunkan berat badan. So bila berlaku kekurangan, bila berlaku kehilangan lemak di dalam badan, okay, the size of fat cell shrinks. Okay, size fat cells tu akan mengurang. Tetapi the number of fat cells tu akan berkurang ke tidak, kelas? No, the number of fat cells, jumlah lemak sel di dalam badan tidak akan berkurang, dia akan remain. So kalau semasa kecil you ada contohnya 1000 fat cells, bila you dah besar pun you still ada tetap 1000 fat cells. Berbanding orang yang masa kecil dia hanya ada 50 fat cells, bila besar pun dia hanya ada 50 fat cells sahaja. Okay, sebab proses hypertrophic, proses hyperplastic ini akan berlaku semasa kanak-kanak, semasa proses pembesaran. Alright. So sekiranya masa kanak-kanak you dah ada banyak, you dah develop banyak number of fat cells, dia akan remain sehingga you dewasa. Dia akan berkekalan sampai dewasa. So teori mengatakan sekiranya number of fat cells you semasa besar, semasa kanak-kanak, for example dah ada sampai 2000 contohnya, berbanding kanak-kanak yang masa kecil dia hanya ada 50 fat cells, okay, bila okay, contoh kita ada dua kanak-kanak, satu kanak-kanak A, satu kanak-kanak B. Kanak-kanak A ni saya letak je kanak-kanak A masa kecil dia dah develop 1000 fat cells. Kanak-kanak B masa kecil dia hanya ada 50 fat cells sahaja. Ni saya type pakai mouse je sorry ya. Okay. So, kanak-kanak A 1000 fat cells, kanak-kanak B 50 fat cell. Okay. So, ni masih di kanak-kanak. So, A, of course A ni memang dah berlebihan berat badan lah. Tetapi pada umur 20 tahun, kedua-dua ni, yang B ni masih kurus lah, hanya 50 fat cells. A dengan B masa umur 20 tahun, okay, masa umur 20 tahun, A masih kekal gemuk. Okay. Yang B ni tiba-tiba jadi gemuk pula B pada umur 20 tahun. Alright. So pada umur 30 tahun masing-masing nak kahwin, kedua-dua A ni. So dia turunkan berat badan. Okay, so A turunkan berat badan, B pun turunkan berat badan. So what happen bila A turunkan berat badan, A turunkan berat badan, so bila dia turunkan berat badan, the fat cells ni masih remain 1000. Yang B ni bila dia turunkan berat badan, the number of fat cells adalah 50. Masalahnya yang A ni bila dah turunkan berat badan pada umur 30 tahun, pada umur 50 tahun ataupun pada umur 40 tahun, dia akan ada tinggi kebarangkalian untuk gemuk semula sebab dia ada jumlah number of fat cells yang lebih banyak daripada individu B yang hanya ada 50 fat cells tadi. Jelas tak?
Jelas, doktor.
Jelas, doktor.
Tapi kalau dah besar memang tak possible fat cell tu nak bertambah ke doktor. Alright, dia ada juga chances untuk tambah fat cell tu tapi tak sebanyak tak sebanyak semasa kanak-kanak. Alright. ada possibility untuk tambah juga fat cells tersebut, tetapi tak banyak semasa kanak-kanak. Sebab tu masa kanak-kanak, esok you dah kahwin, dah ada anak, jangan bagi anak berlebihan berat badan. Nampak macam comel, comelnya gemuk-gemuk macam comel kan. Tapi sebenarnya dia boleh in later nanti dia akan susah bila dia dah gemuk, dia nak turunkan berat badan and then dia nak remain berat tersebut. Okay, kita nak cakap pasal maintaining ataupun sustaining berat enough. Sebenarnya kalau kita nak turunkan berat badan sebenarnya senang, tetapi nak maintain berat tersebut tu yang sangat mencabar. Right, nak turunkan senang, taklah senang tapi boleh, tapi nak maintain tu yang agak mencabar. Okay, did you get my idea here? Faham ke kelas?
Faham, doktor.
Alright. So siapa yang tak faham, minta kawan yang faham tu jelaskan. Alright. So kalau kawan yang faham jelaskan, lagi faham, bertambah-tambah faham nanti. Alright, so we go to the weight loss strategies. Okay, ni adalah yang slide terakhir saya lah. Alright. Okay, so kita dah tahu dah bagaimana obes berlaku. Sekarang bagaimanakah strategi yang sebaiknya untuk turunkan berat badan? Okay kelas, now jot down what is the weight loss strategies yang you tahu. Just put down the answers there. Ni apa dia letak? Miss high fructose corn syrup. Okay. Obesity pills. Okay, I give you about 3 minutes to jot down your answers here. What is the weight loss strategies that you would suggest, or what weight loss strategies that you have read through? Yes, class, thank you very much. All of you give the correct answers, all right? So the most important thing is to control our diet by balancing our energy intake and also energy output. So to balance our energy intake is those components that you have jot down here, like drink more water and then eat small portion and everything lah, all right? Okay, but when it comes to loss strategies, okay, when it comes to loss of strategies, berapa banyak kalori yang kita perlu kurangkan? For example, you said to reduce calorie, but that is in general, right? That is too generic, all right? So what is the recommendation of calories you need to reduce, right? So when it comes to giving advice, so basically we need to reduce about 500 calories per day. Okay, minum banyak air. Alright, thank you very much class for the answers given here. Now we're going to the specific strategies of losing weight, right? Okay, let me show you. So the recommendation is to reduce about 500 calories per day. Okay, mengurangkan sebanyak 500 kalori dalam sehari. So but you need to know the principle behind that. Why is it 500 calories is suggested? Okay, so the principle behind that is apa yang kita nak buang dalam badan kita. Of course yang kita nak buang adalah fat. Alright, yang kita nak buang dalam badan kita adalah fat. Kita tak nak buang protein because protein is very important for our muscle and everything. So yang kita nak buang adalah fat, the fat that is accumulating in our body. So nak buang fat, okay. So katakan kita nak buang about 1 pound of fat. So 1 pound of fat is equal to 0.5 kilo. Okay, so the principle behind it is kita akan buang about 1 pound of fat. So 1 pound of fat is equal to berapa kelas? 0.5 kilo. Okay, so 1 pound of fat, okay, is kita nak buang apa yang dia cakap ni, sorry Okay, kita sekarang ni nak buang 1 pound of weight. Kita nak buang. Okay, sekejap boleh tak? Kita 5 minutes break sekejap sebab anak saya nak susu sekejap Okay kelas, anak-anak saya ada kat sini, so just ignore if you hear any background noise, okay? Okay, so sekarang ni the principle behind it is that kita nak buang 1 pound of our weight. So our weight tu is referred to the fat. Kita nak buang 1 pound of fat lah sebenarnya, okay? So 1 pound of fat tu tak semua saya nak cakap kita nak buang 1 pound of weight. Kita buang 1 pound berat kita ni. So 1 pound berat 1 pound berat kita ni adalah from fat lah, alright? Okay. Tetapi 1 pound of weight ni tak semuanya daripada fat sebab ada juga sedikit air dan juga benda-benda lain. So kita consider dekat sini about 87% of fat yang kita akan buang. So jadi daripada 450 gram tadi berat yang kita nak buang tadi, nak tahu berapa fat yang kita akan buang adalah darab dengan 0.87 which is equal to 392 gram. So 392 gram lemak tadi kita nak tahu kita convert kepada kalori, kita akan dapat 3,523 kalori ataupun lebih kurang 3,500 kalori. Okay, so 3,500 kalori adalah untuk dalam seminggu. Okay, Ini adalah pengiraan untuk 1 week. Okay. Okay. So 3,500 kalori yang perlu dibuang dalam 1 minggu. So 3,500 kalori yang dibuang dalam 1 minggu, kalau kita bahagi dengan 7, 3,500 bahagi dengan 7 akan dapat lebih kurang 500 kalori. So this is why we need to reduce about 500 calories a day. Itu sekiranya kita nak buang 1 pound. Tapi if kita nak buang 2 pound, which is equal to lebih kurang 1 kilo lah. Alright, so kita times by kita buatlah calculationnya sehingga kita dapatkan lebih kurang, sini kita akan dapat lebih kurang berapa faham tak kelas? So dekat sini saya ulang lagi sekali, kita yang disarankan untuk yang disarankan dalam sehari adalah untuk reduce 500 kilocalories dalam sehari. Okay? Sebab bila kita reduce 500 calories, sekejap ya. Sorry sebab work from home sekarang ni, so anak-anak semua ada kat rumah, so there's a lot of ni jugalah, sorry for all of the ni. Okay, kat mana tadi? Okay, so dalam sehari kita kita suggest kurangkan about 500 calories dalam sehari. Okay. So bila kita so ini adalah yang paling selamat lah, recommendation yang paling selamat, which is to reduce lebih kurang 1 hingga 2 pounds per week ataupun 10% of body weight dalam masa 6 bulan. Okay. So katakan you nak reduce 1 to 2 pounds per week, itu yang dapat about 500 calories dalam sehari yang kena turunkan. So 1 pound of weight tadi, yang kita kata yang paling selamat adalah reduce sebanyak 1 pound ataupun 2 pound weight dalam masa seminggu. Okay. So 1 pound of weight tadi bersamaan dengan 87% fat, sebab tak semua weight yang kita tu adalah consist of fat. So about 87% of weight yang kita nak reduce tadi adalah fat. So 550 gram daripada 87 tu is 392 tu adalah fat. So 392 grams tu kita convert kepada kalori. Which is kalau 1 gram of fat is equal to 9 kalori. Kalau 392 gram of fat is equal to 3,500 calories. So 305,000 calories tu kita divide by 7 hari, sebab this is for 1 week, kita akan dapat lebih kurang 500 calories dalam sehari. Okay, harap jelas Okay, sekarang ni cuba you try pula kira untuk 2 pound, berapa dapat kalori? Cuba you kira dekat sini. Put the answers here. Kelas cuba kira untuk 2 pound. Sekira you nak kurangkan 2 pound dalam seminggu, berapa calories yang you kena reduce dalam sehari? Okay, please do the calculation because you really need to master this principle. Okay, try to do the calculation and calculate if you want to reduce 2 pound of weight dalam masa seminggu. Berapa kalori yang kena kurangkan dalam masa seminggu, dalam masa sehari. Jelas tak soalan saya, kelas?
Jelas, doktor.
Okay. Are you laughing? All right. So those you can also put your answers in the Jamboard here, eh? You can put the answers in Jamboard, yes. Please do the calculation class sebab you akan ingat terus, eh? I need you to do the calculation, right? Alright, please calculate for how many calories per day that you need. From the answer here, you need to calculate how many calories per day that you need to reduce. Group 2 tak buat apa-apa lagi. Group 2, please share your answers here in the Jamboard. Group 3, okay, ada satu jawapan dekat sini. Please show also the calories that need to reduce per day. Group 4, group 5, okay. Alright, thank you for those yang answer dan chat box on Kiwun, Ijian, Nadishta, Payment. Alright, you also need to calculate how many calories that you need to reduce per day also. Kenapa dia dapat jawapan lain-lain ya? Okay, I give you like 2 more minutes to do the calculation class. Okay, come on, group 1, give me your answers here. Okay, group 2 is doing well. Group 3, we need more answers here. Yes, 87% is the average fat, alright? Tapi it will differ, but this is the common, the common percentage lah, alright? So while waiting for your friends to calculate, if you have any questions, you may ask. So you can, if you're you can, whether you can unmute yourself or you can chat, you can jot down your questions in the chat box, right? I hope that everyone is doing the calculation, all right? Alright, so kalau kita nak kira pakai 900 gram ke 1000 gram Pui Ming ask. Sebenarnya kita akan, kalau ikut yang exact adalah 900 grams lah, alright? Okay. Tapi boleh je kalau nak pakai 1000 gram, we are not that rigid as long as you know the principle behind it, alright? To be more accurate is 900 grams, alright? Bijak ke sama? Okay, so basically ramai yang faham yang tak jawab tu saya tak tahu faham ke tak, okay. So we cannot hold any longer sebab masa dah makin suntuk. So I do hope that yang the answer tu very good job. Give a pat to yourself again, alright. So dia lebih kurang macam ni lah, alright. So 900 grams times by 0.87, 87% daripada 900 grams tu adalah 783 gram of calorie, okay. 783 gram of calorie. Gram of fat tadi kita convert kepada calorie, kita akan dapat 7,047 calorie per week. So in a day, berapa kita kena reduce calorie kita adalah sebanyak 1006.7 calorie. Sebab tu yang disarankan adalah dalam sehari untuk kita kurangkan 500 hingga 1000 calorie sehari. Kalau kita go more, kita go further than that, contoh kita kurangkan sampai 2000 kalori sehari adalah tidak selamat. Sebab yang selamat adalah kita kurangkan sebanyak 1 hingga 2 pounds per week. Okay, itu adalah yang paling selamat ataupun bersamaan dengan 1 hingga 2 pounds ni adalah bersamaan dengan berapa kelas? Bersamaan dengan 500 hingga 1000 kalori sehari. Okay, itu yang paling selamat. Kalau you go to the extreme sampai kurangkan 2000 kalori sehari, bahaya. Okay. So ada yang ikut macam-macam fat diet. Contohnya fat diet ni macam Atkins diet lah, ketone diet lah, so yo-yo diet. So macam-macam sangat. So all those diets dia ada dia punya pro and cons dia. Alright. So the most suggested is to reduce only 500 to 1000 calorie per day. Okay. You cannot go more than that sebab dia akan dia akan bahaya kepada badan you. Alright. Jelas tak kelas? No, I mean 1006 tu masih okay lagi. I mean sampai 2000 kalori per day Pui Ming. Alright. 1006 tu 1006 tu consider 1000 lah, okay. Okay, 1006 yang you dapat ni 1118 is consider roughly about 1000 calorie, okay. That is why you boleh faham kenapa boleh dapat ni nak bagi faham to make you understand why is the suggested calorie is around 500 to 1000 calorie sebab yang kita bagi tahu tadi, it is suggested to reduce about 1 to 2 pounds per week, which is equivalent to 500 to 1000 calories per day. Okay, jelas tak? 1 hingga 2 pounds per week ni sama dengan 500 hingga 1000 kalori per week yang kita perlu 1 hingga 2 pounds per week ni bersamaan dengan 500 hingga 1000 kalori per day ataupun 3500 hingga 7000 kalori seminggu yang you all dah kira-kira ni. Jelas tak kelas? Okay. So for the remaining minutes yang ada ni, I hope that hari Khamis nanti kita akan go to fat vitamins, okay, fat soluble vitamins, alright. So in the meantime, kalau boleh you can start reading the notes, and then can you help me by doing you jot down your answer dalam Excel ke, dalam words ke, ataupun ditulis tangan ke. The vitamins name, the sources, daripada mana you boleh dapat semua vitamin tersebut, the recommended intake, the major functions of those vitamins, the deficiency disease and symptoms sekiranya berlaku kekurangan apa yang akan berlaku, and then group at risk, siapakah yang akan ada risiko untuk berlaku kekurangan vitamin tersebut, and the toxicity, and also the tolerable upper intake level. Please help me by doing this table, right? So bila kita dah jumpa untuk lecture hari Khamis nanti, akan lebih mudah untuk you faham. Okay kelas? Crystal clear? Alright. Thank you very much class for today. See you this Thursday. Thank you very much. Ada soalan ke? Okay, kalau tak ada soalan, thank you very much for today. Bye.
Thank you, Doktor.
Nanti dah habis. Alright.
Thank you, Doktor.
Okay, nanti saya akan share recording once dah habis ni.
Thank you, Doktor.
Alright.
Thank you, Doktor.
Doktor.